Welcome to a new indie game, Homunculus Hotel. Pardon my pronunciation of this, I don't know if I'm correct or not. I don't know much about this game, I think it's a visual novel, I'm not entirely sure. Let's just start into it. Homunculus Hotel. A place in which people find refuge from the world's dangers and uncertainties. They come here looking for a safe place, one that could help them get better. That's why all the rooms are always occupied by someone, and you can see them walking through the corridors or having a lonely breakfast. Passing by the courtyard, each of them alone. The day when I first came here seems so distant now. I'd heard that the rooms at this hotel could show the guests' most personal and intimate dreams. Dreams from the past, dreams of possible futures, dreams of fears or desired achievements. But I could never see mine. So I decided that, instead, I would help others understand their rooms and whatever they contain. Mine has become a solitary existence. Maybe because of this job. I get to talk with lots of people during the day since my schedule is filled with meetings. But then, in evenings such as this one, I find myself alone in my room. And unable to resist the forceful waves of memories, I let myself go. And yearn for your company. Isabel, isn't the sky beautiful today? It is. But you're not even looking. Those shades of blue. The clouds gently floating. Oh, look! There's a butterfly flying over there. I envy them so much. Yeah, no, soundtrack. Don't do this. What a fucking turn off. And why is that? Well, I'd like to be as free as they are. Flying all around. Free to be as I am. But you are free. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mute the game for myself. We can do whatever we want. I don't know. When I look around myself, I see that no one is truly free. We make cocoons with all of our certainties. We accept what is comfortable and become blind to our dreams. But it's not our fault. The world is changing for the worst. Building traps, having company is enough to be happy. A good job can make us enjoy life. And by believing these lies, we slowly kill ourselves. Oh, the memories of you are impressed deeply in my mind. When we met, when we were together, when you left. And as soon as the memory gets clearer, it suddenly fades. And here I am again, in this hotel room. How ironic is it that I can help others, but not myself? I want to see my own dreams so badly, but all I have are mementos. Of you, of all the people that meant something to me. I wonder if someday one of these keepsakes will make a difference. Okay. Turn. This mug is so old. It's one of the few things I managed to bring here with me, and it takes me back to the sweet memories of our breakfasts together. I miss those mornings so much. Sometimes I childishly ask myself if they will ever come back. It's too early to write today's entry. Time passes. Days go by. Here on this calendar are written the appointments of last month. I'm sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. Here on this calendar are written the appointments of last month. All these people, all their dreams, marked on paper and into my memories. Indelible. I don't know what that means. Yasu and Claire on the first floor. Julia and Stefan will occupy the second. Kim and Takeshi on the third. Most of them have been my patients for a long time, while others have merely been a fleeting encounter. But regardless, they've all been very important to me. These flowers always remind me that they used to fill our home. I remember when, each day after breakfast, we tended to them. It's because of you that I keep them here. They give me strength, like you used to. I used to take lots of photos here in the hotel. Every time I look at them, I'm reminded of how precious the time spent here was. Most of the people captured in these pictures are gone. Yet, here they smile happily at me. I wonder if, all this time, I've just been trying to make them permanent, to preserve them for all eternity. Maybe that's also why I stopped taking pictures. I'm sorry, I'm hyperactive and I keep pressing the wrong thing. Maybe that's why I stopped taking pictures. Just a normal lamp with the hotel's name written in gold on its base. Its light is perfect, not too strong, not too weak. It makes me think of someone who had no need for such a little lamp, Yasu, for he had the vastness of a field, the sweet sound of the wind, as he gazed towards the horizon. I wake up early in the morning with a headache. Not the best way to start the day, I guess. The light that comes from the window is soft, pale, and my body finds it difficult to get up. But it has to. I have to. So I force myself. Lift myself up, rub my hands on my face, and get mentally ready for this new day. The first floor is corridor. It's been a while since I started working here. I was worried at first. The idea of a hotel that offers a support service to the guests still seemed, well, strange. But I grew confident with it, both with the idea and the job itself. I just have to visit and then spend some time with some of them, nothing too stressing. So here I am now. So I choose me, myself, and I. I'm pretty cute. The director's dog. Her name is Apple. Seems like she was waiting for me. Should I pet her? Of course. Bravo. A portrait of the hotel's director. Always elegant, always radiant. She's such a classy woman. I wonder how she does it. I never get tired of this one. Every time I see her tender smile, I get reminded of what elegance is. To work and live like that, I'm a little envious. I could never. Too clumsy. That's okay, I guess. In the end, we are who we are. Okay, now is the time I'm actually gonna save. And I'm gonna save all of them. Because I think there's multiple endings or something. And I might be into those. Who knows? As I open the door and enter, I find myself in Yasu's vast field. He is right there, next to me, looking at the horizon. Hello, Yasu-san. How are you today? Well, I'm not great. I feel a little more tired than usual. I was wondering if It was already time for our meeting, Miss Isabel. Thank you for coming today. There's no need to thank me. It's my job, after all. I know, but I still think I should thank you. Thank you for thanking me, then. You said you were feeling tired? Still up all night? It seems I can't fall asleep. The scenery is too beautiful. Oh, this reminds me. There was a sparrow last night. He was flying right above my head, and strangely, it never reached land. Do you wish to fly away? It's a dream from my past. Back when I was still a child. When you look outside a window at that age, you just wish you could be outside, flying in the sky. But then, when you get older, the earth becomes your world. The soil is where you feel most comfortable. I'm 60 now, and I've had many weights on my shoulders. I see flying as a way to escape from whatever bad situation you are in. I tried to do that, but I guess I'll never know if I succeeded. But it's okay. There are many artists who never saw their work being spread around the world. Is the result more important than the fight itself, I wonder? Something tells me you succeeded. You are a strong-willed and good man. Who knows? Our world is brutal, Isabel. No matter how many tears you shed, it won't be gentle with you. Think about this. When you are a kid, you spend all your time playing. But then you grow up. You have to study to get good grades. Really good grades to find a good job to have a good life. It's a struggle. It's also why we can't dream of flying. You know, after school, many years ago, I used to see a group of bankers. Their backs were bent, and I understood then that life is a struggle for everyone. Isabel, have you ever felt like you're a floating weed, calmly drifting on a pond's surface? Have I ever felt? Yes. I used to. You must have felt so free then. That's good. Is it related to something anyway? I'm starting to realize that I felt like that at times. A floating weed, gently swept away by the current. I got this image in my mind. For me, a floating weed is someone that can live between freedom and slavery, peacefully. Someone tied to earth and yet floating on water. Yet you dream of a field. Do you think these two things are connected? Maybe. I still feel the weight of the past. No matter how much time I spend here, it still haunts me. But the more I explore myself, the more the sensation abandons me. Maybe you only have to accept it and let it go so that peace may come. Yes, I'm not sure of this. It's strange. Thinking about all these memories made me feel better. Way better, thanks to your help. The thoughts are slowly disappearing. In the end, it's useless to feel bad. I can't turn back the time, so I might as well move on and find my own peace. So, I think I'm ready. Are you sure? Yes, I finally am. I want to move beyond. You see? The field is still. No wind, not anymore. I was just waiting for you to say goodbye properly. to tell you how I feel and to thank you once again. So, thank you, Isabel, for all the help. And I hope you'll find your dream soon. What? This mug is so old. It's one of the few things I managed to bring here with me. And it takes me back to the sweet memories of our breakfast together. I miss those mornings so much. Oh, okay. Some books and graphic novels that I really care about. All these pages remind me of Claire. She used to read a lot every day as she worked on her various projects. She was a huntress, constantly on the search for new ideas and images. Of all the memories I have of her, there is one I hold dearly. The last morning I saw her. Pondering on both sides of the blade. Today seems like it could be a good day. Woke up with your face in my mind, so I'm sure I dreamt of you. Once again, I'm thinking about our memories together. And when I do, I always feel a mixture of happiness and melancholy. And somehow the day feels less heavy. Today the first floor is empty. So I can only meet one. I can only meet one? What? Never mind. The film stocks, books, and notebooks that fill Claire's room seem to have increased. Her room has never been particularly neat, but now it's worse than it ever was. Good morning, Claire. How are you today? Oh, Isabel, it's terrible. Terrible. I can't work. I can't even write a single line. Look at this. I was only able to scribble some notes. Not even a description or a dialogue. I just wrote Maria's house, interior, afternoon. But then, what could happen? I don't know. I can't concentrate at all. Is something distracting you? I don't know. Maybe. I have no clue of what it could be. What about your dream, though? I've noticed the room is getting quite cramped. Do you think so? I didn't notice. You sure? You know the room doesn't lie. At least try. You can take all the time you need. Okay, fine. I did notice. Nothing new though, really. Just the usual. Tons of projects that need to be started or finished. But this one, well, it's killing me. Lately, I've had this idea to chase the beauty I feel. I don't plan much these days. I just follow my thoughts. Sitting at rest, not to discuss the shortcomings of other people. Setting out on a journey, fully appreciate the beauty of the Dragon River. It's a passage. It's from Soul Mountain by Gao Jiangjiang. It perfectly captures how I feel, but lately, I easily get interrupted. Has it ever happened before? No. Well, to be honest, I don't remember that well. Maybe it did, but that doesn't change anything. I still don't know what to do. I can't help but think that I can't make it. Not alone, at least. So you think that with others, you could? I can't make a movie by myself. I need the help of others. I need to work with other people. You could ask the other guests. What do you think about it? Well, that's not a bad idea. I could try, yes. It wouldn't be the first time I had this dear friend. We used to make very personal movies together. We struggled against producers together. Getting given a small amount of funds always seemed impossible. At that time, I had so many ideas, as if being broke only made me stronger. I wanted to spit on their face. I couldn't care less about their opinions, about their market analysis, about their audience. I didn't like the idea of being an insincere director. I wanted to be me. So we made what we wanted to make. The length didn't matter. The format didn't matter. The genre didn't matter. And when we couldn't find actors, we played the characters ourselves. We had tons and tons of projects. My entire house was filled with screenplays. I miss those times so much. Maybe it's that love that inspired me. But anyway, you know, I'm sorry if I don't talk about my dreams. I have a bad relationship with them. Since I was little, I fear dreams. Why? What is it that frightens you? Ever since I was born, people used to say that it's useless to chase dreams. That if you do that, you'll end up with nothing. I tried to go against that. I made the films I wanted to make. I forced myself to believe in them. But eventually, everyone ends up abandoning them. And I stopped chasing mine. I put my abilities into labels. I started trusting producers. I lost the love of my life. So now I want to take the old me back. But I'm sorry, I know it's sad. I always try to smile. But the truth is that I lost all my hope. I'm here for you. So please, stay strong. Thanks, Isabel. Really. The movie. Envision the movie. The places. We used to look out for light together, and that... I could feel like that again. I could at least try. Yes, of course. Thank you, Isabel. I'm so happy. So happy. And, well... I took my decision. And I feel it's time. I understood that. Well, these projects will never end. As long as I go on, they'll just keep piling up. So, it's time to focus on the last one. And say goodbye to them and to you. Thank you. You were the kindest person. I'll hold you in my heart. I think these are people with regrets and they just can't pass on. Maybe I'm like that as well. Probably. I don't know how to move on. Guess I'll save. I mean, Yes, I get it now. Since I came here, each day has had the same routine. Wake up, let the workday flow, get back to my room. But now that I think about it, things weren't any different before. Thanks to Yasu and Claire, though, I remember that repetition can mean peace. Sorry. A peaceful existence. One that enjoys the stillness of and dedication to personal thoughts and preservation. When I think about my life before arriving in the hotel, or even my life as a whole, I only now realize that these simple truths escaped me, slaving away for a company that didn't respect me, even though you were always there, reminding me to be sincere. And once again, I lose myself into reveries about you. You know what? I love having breakfast with you. You feel so peaceful for once. What do you mean? Well, you know, lately it's been pretty stressful. Do you say that because of me? No, it's just you've been feeling down and I'm worried. No, don't sing like you fucking ruining it, man. You don't have to be. It's not your fault after all. I'm just so tired. She has a illness. She has a fatal illness. I know, but you're so miserable. Please don't pity me. I get enough of that at work. And maybe you should do something different. What? Is this what it's about? I only want what's best for you. You know that. If your job doesn't make you happy, then enough. I know what you're trying to say. I shouldn't pretend to be understood. No, I understand. You know I do. I love you so much. At one point, we started arguing a lot. A struggle was hidden somewhere every day. There was not only one elephant in the room. They filled the whole apartment. It's true, I couldn't stand the idea of you doing that kind of job. Of you getting involved with different people each night. Putting yourself at risk even though it was freeing for you. I know you desired it more than anything else, but was that really worth it? Even now, it's difficult for me to think that you didn't suffer. But I'm left with no answers. I don't know how you truly felt. At first we used to talk a lot, discussing everything that happened between us. Then with time was stopped as we got more and more involved with our own things. I know I could have been a better partner. I could have tried to understand you better. And now I can't do more than remembering and go on through the days without you. So our girlfriend was a sex worker and we were against that? Okay. I think about their voices. Julie's fleeting family ties. Sometimes I observe the hotel's courtyard. It's almost empty in the early mornings, and the soft breeze that caresses me helps me concentrate and get mentally ready for the day. It's in moments like these that I can think more straightly, in which I don't lose myself through memories, and in which I miss you the most. Hey, kitty. And here I am, the second floor. The light here is always so smooth, so calming. Ironic, since the rooms here are the heaviest emotionally for me. I often encounter this cat when I come here. The director told me he has no owner. I wonder where he comes from. Should I pet him? Of course. Ow! He scratched me. I think this clock is as old as this place. I always have the impression that I could break it just by touching it. And sometimes I'm tempted to do it. Maybe another time, though. Breakfast for two. Something about this makes me feel so lonely. Like someone was abandoned and poured all of their feelings into these cups. Okay, I'm gonna save now. I'm gonna go here now. Stefan's room. He almost never comes out anymore, but if he doesn't want to see me, I'll respect his wish. Room 203. Till some weeks ago, it was occupied by a young man. It has been vacant for some time, and then Julie arrived. My goodness. As I entered Julie's room, I found myself in what appears to be a real nightmare. Are all these her? I recognize a true one, though. Her expression tells it all, really. Rapidly, I sit next to her. Good morning, Julie. How are you today? Hi, Isabel. What am I supposed to say? Just how you're feeling now. Yeah, but how do I say this? Go on, don't worry. I barely know you. I, only know your name. And you're here to work. So, it's a little awkward. No offense meant, of course. None taken. Does the situation make you uncomfortable? A little. Yes. Sorry. Don't worry. Let's try talking a little, okay? Okay. So, what exactly should we talk about? Like, my past? What I'm thinking now? Whatever you want. But since you mentioned it, tell me of your past. Okay. Where do I start? I've always been an only child. My parents were very kind, but also strict. You know, they cared a lot about grades and such. And people's impressions. Classic, right? But, well, that's how they were. Everything was about good grades and nice smiles. You know, all work and no play. May I ask you, how was your life before the hotel? Do you feel like talking about it? My life before... I worked in a wonderful office, had a wonderful husband, in a wonderful city. All very wonderful. Yeah, right? I have always wondered, how did I get there? You know, one moment before everything was average, and then everything was wonderful. Were you happy? Yeah, of course I was. You don't seem so sure. It's just that, well, happiness is subjective. Your happiness may not coincide with mine. And, you know, you live your life and then things just end. People around you get 3 days of mourning. Your funeral ends. Your family splits your inheritance. And life eventually goes on for everyone. And you find yourself in a strange hotel. And you're once again alone. That's why I'm not sure if I'm happy now. It's difficult for me, you know. I'm not used to making decisions. Usually, I just do what others tell me to do. Can I ask you why? I don't know. Usually, people tell me what I should or should not do, and I follow their advices. It's nothing particularly strange. Or is it? It It depends on how you feel about it. Does it make you feel bad? Well, sometimes, yeah. It's suffocating. I find myself living a life that isn't mine. Talking with people I don't love. Doing things I don't understand. But always with a smile on my face. What does smiling mean to you? I think that smiling to others makes them feel loved or appreciated. It makes people feel happier in a way. And when I smile, I can endure things more easily. If I stop smiling, then everything loses color and nothing makes sense anymore. No matter how much I may suffer, smiling makes life softer. What do you think about your room then? How does it make you feel? Well, it makes me anxious and nervous. Sorry, I tried to laugh, but it's difficult. Don't worry, you don't have to force yourself. Yeah, I'll try. All these may remind me of a bad time in my life. You know, Isabel, I lived a pretty lonely life. I mean, it was a wonderful one. Nothing really bad ever happened. Yet I can't help but wonder, was it really mine? Or was it someone else's? Following others orders, desires, advices. Yes, I had a wonderful husband, but does that matter when you can barely see him? Yes, we had a wonderful house, but does that matter when you can barely live in it? Work, 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 only work. All day, every day. A repetition of work, earn money, spend them. We wanted 2 children, you know. But how could I give birth in such a world? There's too much hate all around. Too much division. Too much loneliness and abandonment. Life was barely tolerable for me. How could I ever possibly bring a new life to a place like this? So I had to refuse. And he left me for someone else. And I accepted it with a sweet smile on my lips. I hate myself for that. I hate these stupid smiles. How can people like me live life in such a way? How can we just accept what was wrong with me at that time? Maybe these other me are all the times I betrayed myself, all the times I smiled. What should I do now? Learn from all that. Well, learn from all that and be true to yourself. That's the best thing we can do. Yeah. Is that the right thing to do? I wonder. Maybe you are right. I should look at my past, study it, understand my mistakes, and then go on with my life. But is it really possible? Can I do it? Do I have that strength? I could try at least. Julie, this hotel is not against you, even if sometimes it may seem so. It exists for you, for me, for everyone that inhabits these rooms. And this dream, your dream, for how terrifying or dark it may be, is here to help you understand yourself, change yourself, believe in yourself. That's what dreams do. Too soon to write today's entry. Well, Okay. So the idea is just to find the right thing to interact with. Sometimes, as soon as I wake up, I listen to something. Although usually I go back to the same 2 or 3 songs, the ones that remind me of you. Today it's a turn of Da Qui by Massimo Volume. I haven't heard it in such a long time, but once it starts, I always feel like I'm not alone anymore. Okay, today there's only one session with Stefan. Good luck to me. He scratched me. Let's see. Okay. As usual, Stefan is looking into the mirror. Not the same outfit. And as always, I wait for him to talk whenever he's ready. But it's strange. Today something feels different. Welcome back, Isabel. How are you doing today? Still sleepy. And you? And you're supposed to help like that? Anyway, today's a bad day as usual. I feel like I have no energy. Don't know why. How long do you plan on staying here today? All the time necessary. As always, you know that well. Lucky me. Just don't distract me from the mirror. Have you seen something new in it? Always straight to the point, huh? Sometimes I forget that's why you are here. Just to know me. How I feel. How I think. Control me. What is it that brought you here? Some kind of advertisement? A friend told you about this place? Was it the possibility to influence other people? Is that how you think about the world? And how you act? Do you let yourself be controlled by others? Is that why you want to control things? Or guide them towards where you want? And as always, you expect to do the same with me. I'm just trying to do my job. You know that. Do your job. These 3 words are an absolute truth. Controlling others while being controlled. Is this what your job is? For you, knowing that you have to listen to others and guide them is enough, right? And I imagine you want me to shut up. But you know I won't. Because this is my time and I can do whatever I want with it. I am controlling you. I decide what to tell you. Depending on your question, I choose how to answer. If I feel like it, I might tell you a story. If I don't, I might just play with you. So, you think that your questions control me, but it's the opposite. You know, I've realized something lately. We are not humans anymore, Isabel. So, we should just move on and not care about human things anymore. Let's just give up art, meaning, purpose, satisfaction. Let's just toss away personality, individuality, love, feelings. And let's embrace money, work, technology, property. Let's live to get a new nice house, a new supercar, a new bank account. Let's work and be just that, our job. Not humans, but a label. We are walking labels. We are musicians, artists, lawyers, accountants, cashiers, street cleaners. All this just to avoid being purposeless. All this sadness and insatisfaction only to keep walking. So yeah, let's stop pretending being humans anymore. What makes you think we're not humans anymore? Well, let's put everything on the table. You've seen people pass away. I heard about Yasu and Claire. You know, by now, what I'm talking about. We won't stay here forever, because we're all running out of time. The problem is, will we understand ourselves before that time comes? You know this well, don't you? I do. In a way. It's not the same for everyone, but you feel it. The pain that won't go away, that haunts you every night, that torments you in your sleep, that reminds you of painful memories and makes you feel alone. That pain will follow us until the very end, and I'm afraid this hotel can avoid that. No. Load. Okay, guys, we made it to the point again. Let's try again with this fella. As usual, Stefan is looking into the mirror, and as always, I wait for him to talk whenever he's ready. I'm alright. And you? Are you feeling well? You're alright, huh? I can read you like an open book, and you're not. But it's okay if you want to fake it. It's not my business. Knowing that you're sad doesn't satisfy me. I'm not a horrible person, even if you think I am. I just question what you believe in. But you know, how long do you plan on staying here today? Am I disturbing you? Whatever. Just don't distract me from the mirror. Have you seen something new in it? Always straight to the point, huh? Sometimes I forget that's why you're here. Just to know me. How I feel, how I think, control me. What is it that brought you here? Some kind of advertisement? A friend told you about this place? Was it the possibility to influence other people? Is that how you think? Is that how you think about the world and how you act? Do you let yourself be controlled by others? Is that why you want to control things or guide them towards where you want? And as always, you expect to do the same with me. Gonna save here. Do you plan on going on for much longer? I don't like your tone. So you are sincere sometimes. That's nice to know. You should do that more often. Free yourself from the burden of your mask. It must be hard to lie all the time, to be fake every day. You know, you remind me of someone I once knew. A brilliant, successful young man. Always smiling, always playing a part. Like a skillful actor. I worked on some soundtracks for him. Not as many as I would have liked to, but I enjoyed making them, especially because it meant getting to know him. He was constantly annihilated by life, by the sadness he felt, by his eternal loneliness. And yet, he was always smiling, always listening, always helping others, even though no one was there to help him. Of course, he worked with a lot of people, but that's not what he needed. He needed a deeper kind of help, more personal, something no one wanted to give him. Thanks to him, I understood that. Those who seem to be thoughtless are the ones who suffer more than any other. Isn't it the same for you? I've realized something lately. We are not humans anymore, Isabel. So, we should just move on. And not care. Okay, this part he already said. Gonna save here. What about these eyes then? Aren't those human? They're only memories, nothing more. Memories I try to avoid by looking through the mirror. They seem to haunt you. Sometimes. Any idea why? For example, if you think it's some trauma from my childhood or some other bullshit, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Then what is it? Some time ago, before I should say, I was a different person. As you already know, I was a musician, admired by fans, by critics, depending on the trends. or by other musicians. Yet, I didn't care about other people. I didn't look at anyone with interest. I was closing to myself. I wanted to explore myself. That's when the eyes appeared in my dreams. At first, there were only two. Then they started multiplying day by day. And now that I'm here, they're all around me. Does the story satisfy you? What are you looking for? For myself, I guess. Whatever that means, with or without my humanity. Nope. What are they looking for? Is it something specific? You kicked me out regardless? Well, guys, I tried to search for Stefan Homunculus Hotel. I couldn't find anything, so I'm still gonna load this. Oh shit, that was my bad. Let me just load this. Okay. Yes, sleep. I'm not used to question myself. That's why Stefan always scared me so much. I couldn't stand his questions or anything he had to say to me. I've always known that what he said was the truth, and that's why I didn't want him to listen. That's the same thing you did, telling me the truth about the world. And he pointed out all my mistakes clearly. Talking with Julie was more pleasant, but still. Nonetheless, it was difficult. I now realized that as she confronted her memories, I confronted mine. And all my questions were not for her, but for myself. Still, I can't help but being scared by her too. By the intentions behind her words. By the possibilities that hid in her past. By what she decided to tell me, and what she didn't say. Maybe, both with Stefan and Julie, what isn't said is worse than what has been. Listen, Isabel, I thought about it, and I think it's better if we break up. Yeah, I figured as much. I'm sorry, but I can't go on like this. Is it about your job? Partially. You know how important it is for me. Yeah. Let me just mute. It's more important than me. I know. Why do you always have to compare it to yourself? This thing is not about you. I've told you 1,000,000,000 times. How can it not be about me too? Do you know how he feels? How he feels to know you're out with someone else. For money. Every night. And I'm here. Alone. I don't care if it's just a job. I just don't want to feel like this anymore. So yeah, do whatever you want. Just leave me alone. It's not for money. You really can't understand. Then, we left each other, like many do at some point. Things start, then eventually they reach an end. This is what I've tried telling myself for a lot of time. But now it's too difficult. Too heavy. I can help others to sustain themselves and be better, but I really can't help myself. Dear Julie, time passes endlessly. Sometimes slowly, others too rapidly. And I often can't keep track of it, but I hope you can value your own time now. Young like a blooming flower, so was Kim, tormented by love, like me. both hoping for a better future. On the occasion of remembering a haunting love. Sometimes I wake up with only one thought in my mind. Work is a pain, and it's sad that we can't just wake up and live. It's sad that life itself, for how hard it can be seen as our job. And that I have to wake up, go out, and confront a work schedule. What are we becoming? A silent day on the third floor. It always kind of creeped me out. Page torn from a notebook. It says, I loved, I lost, I abandoned. Time won't bring back my past, only my memories and dreams will. And it's up to me to forget or to move on. Living is only up to me. The letter is scribbled as a footnote. R. I'm gonna save. A broken vase. These flowers are fake, so why isn't there water on the ground? Takeshi's jacket. I wonder how much time has passed since the last time I saw him wearing it. We used to keep things and then forget about them. Or maybe there is a purpose in not using them. Is this thought stupid? Who knows? This room, Takeshi. He seems to be elsewhere, but is he really? He often is so distracted that he does not hear me calling him. There used to be a painting here. I tried to ask it to the director, but she never answered. Could he bring back a painful memory? Whenever I enter Kim's room, I find her longing for her past, as I am. And I envy her a lot, since she's able to still see her lover through the dream. Oh, hi Isabel. Hello, Kim. How are you feeling? Is everything all right? Well, it's strange. I feel like a broken record, as if I'm divided between different tunes, playing separately, totally detached and yet close to each other. There's noise all around, and then music, and noise again, and what is it? The usual, Isabel. I'm wondering. About him? Well, no. Not today, at least. But now that you mention him, sometimes I still wonder what he's doing. You know, like, where is he now? What is he doing? While I'm here, how is he feeling? How does that make you feel? Well, it's interesting at times because I can imagine infinite possibilities. I picture them in my mind. I visualize the colors, the rooms he moves through, the various looks in his eyes, the words he says, and everything becomes more beautiful than reality itself. In these moments, I understand what love is about. To find someone dear to you and be interested in their existence, in what they could do or be or say when you're not with them, who they could become in the future, or even who they will be when you'll be meeting them in a few hours. When I realize thoughts can become stories, but, well, is it right to do so? Is it right to put someone's life into words? Do I have the right to tell someone's secret? Don't all novelists write about other people? Yeah, maybe, but I don't. I prefer to write about me. It's easier, more sincere. To write about others means to invade the other people's space. I can't write about someone without their permission. It's like murdering them to me. There's something awfully cruel in doing that, as if it was profanation of sorts. Something's broken inside of me. Half of my heart feels anxious. The other half longs for him. and I can't decide which part I should follow. Should I surrender to love? Or should I look at myself? Am I a feeling, or am I just me? It's so difficult to understand. The notes in my head keep repeating themselves. Broken, redundant, and his caress are both a curse and a blessing. Mostly because it's not him. But only a shade of my memories of him. Is our memories touch over my skin? Or his eyes glancing at me? Or the curtains slowly moving next to us? I feel alive once again. But this is only a dream. Was that even helpful? Good place now. Takeshi. That was just weird though. Expiration date. Excuse me, I'm just trying to make myself comfortable. A calm day. While looking outside the window, abandoning myself to the emptiness, I feel a strange heaviness inside of me, and I can't go on drinking. Third floor, the emptiest of all. Need some too. Let's meet Takeshi. To burn with desire in a cold and windy world. To gently fall on the ground like snowflakes, unique and yet seemingly identical. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I can save here. It's always been strange to talk with Takeshi because my words never seem to truly reach him. Somehow he constantly managed to escape from my grasp. I've never been able to entirely capture the image of him. Hello, Takeshi! What's on your mind today? I've been thinking and observing as usual. Today the snow fell more ferociously. It seems the dream is changing, which means that I am, and the world is too alongside me. It's a strange sensation. The snow is warmer. Warmer? How so? It's quite difficult to describe. I don't know if I can find the right words. But what I mean is, the snow is burning. Burning me with a desire to act. I feel like this world is a prison. I wander through this endless land and struggle to not lose myself. And the only way is through act. But what kind of act? Excuse me. As always, I'm losing myself in my preoccupations. Don't worry about that. It's my job to listen to you. That's true. But one must never lose their focus, both in everyday life and while deep in thought. We must pay attention and be focused. And you feel like you're not focused? Sometimes I am, other times I'm not. My mind wanders, and I lose myself halfway through my thoughts, through my feelings, through my sensations. And when I start wandering, everything becomes one. There's no distinction anymore. All things are the same thing. What happens then? I just walk and think. And as I walk, I see specters from the everyday world. They fleetingly appear around me, sending me their doomed messages, and I flee from them. Or at least I try. They are silhouettes on the verge of suicide. Children hurt by their loved ones. Artists exploited by their audience. Employees forced into a job they hate just to survive. People with no way to survive the everyday. People who stopped. People who couldn't follow the world's growing speed. This is the image of today's world, and it pains me. And if I stopped, it would be the end of me. I would become a specter among them. So I won't, no matter what happens to me. No matter what it means, I can't afford to stop, even though I would like to. But the snow is turning warmer, right? Yes, slowly. But it's happening for sure. And maybe one day it will slow down. And I too will be able to change pace. In the end, my struggle is a clash of ideals. To keep on walking, following the growing speed of the world. To stop and fall victim of the world's apathy. When did you start walking? When I was still a child, but I think it's the same for everyone. Especially nowadays, it's impossible not to. We all have to. The world forces us. We are forced to survive. We are forced to work. We are forced to make money. And so we are forced to walk. There's not much we can do about it. That's the sad truth about us. From the moment we are born, we are bound to walk and suffer. Maybe some worse than others. But for sure, we will be forced to keep going. We won't be able to get some rest. We won't have the time. Because in our modern world, stopping means losing. No one will remember us. No one will care about us. And we won't be able to start walking again. People we love may die. We may lose our way. We may lose ourselves. And yet, we won't be able to stop. This hurts me. It's unjust. But you are right. The snow is getting warmer and warmer. The world still constantly rotates. The universe continues to change. And we still move on. My own desire to follow my own pace. To follow my own thoughts. To not lose myself. To be focused. It may be possible. Well, he was optimistic. Yes. All of these memories that came to my mind, all these scenes, all these words, they echo through me, painfully stabbing my every being. When I think about all these people, it's hard to sit still. These memories are too important. I feel it in the hotel's corridors, the people breathing without hope, going through the emotions. The focus gets cleared and the light turns sharp. Tears burn my eyes and my mind grows weary. How much time has passed since my first day here? How many days have gone by since the last time I saw you? And how many since the first time we ever spoke? Should I still think about you? Should I just forget you? How is it that I can tell others to move on, but I can't do that myself? I can't love myself like many others of my generation. I can't find the energy to overcome the thoughts, the preoccupations, the fears. The only thing I can do is lose myself into this void space and hope to move on, hope to see you, to talk with you, at least one last time, even if it's only a dream. Isabel? Huh? Is that you? Yes. It's been a long time. But I thought you didn't want to be with me anymore. I know. And I'm sorry. But you must understand that... Sorry, I'm suffocating. Oh, that's better now. You always built up all these walls. It wasn't possible for me to really get in touch with you. So it really was all my fault. No, it's just who you are. And you must understand that I've never accepted it. Just like you never accepted me. I stood there, while you became more and more unhappy. You kept wanting to own all of me. We weren't ready to truly see each other. But now, let's just talk about it. Let's put everything on the table, okay? I missed you all this time. While I was away, I always thought about you. And I wanted to. I miss this. I don't know what to say. Remu, so much time has passed. Do you really care about time? We can't rewrite it. We can't go back. At least in here. In your dreams. In my dreams. I always see you. I know. I am here now. Please don't leave me. I miss you so much. I won't go anywhere. You told me the same thing once. Remember? Yes. School was almost over. It was a hot summer. And we were together. As usual. Yeah, as usual. At that time, everything was simpler. We just had to study. Worries were so far away from us. We met each other just a year before. We were already close. I always thought you had something special within you. And back then, your smile made me so happy. Every day I went to school, it was thanks to that. You were my reason to live. I don't say that lightly. Without you, nothing would have made sense. And that day, all these feelings suddenly spilled. I still remember you moved towards the door, then stopped. And slowly, you turned towards me. You smiled back at me. You looked so surprised. For someone like me to be loved by you, I really was, yeah. Even when you went away, I just stood there. I don't know why I've never told you that. Do you think our destiny was already set? Maybe. Deep down, I've always known I couldn't own you. I knew you were feeling suffocated. I didn't understand. And I tried to make you stay in every way possible, to capture you. I knew your work was important to you, that it was holding you together. To me, that couldn't make sense though. I always thought one day I would wake up alone, just like your clients. I felt terrible, and in the end, I couldn't love you like I should have. People always thought that I would be unhappy, that someone couldn't possibly sell their body and still be whole. I know you thought that too. Many times I tried to express my feelings, but I couldn't. I was afraid you would reject me, so I left you first. Okay, that does not make sense. That little end of the script makes no sense. I dreamt that morning. Ever since. The morning you told me how unhappy you were. And how selfish I was. I know. But in here, we can go back. Enjoyable, but I don't think I mean, I want to say realistic in the way that people are. So I'm just gonna jump straight up to the review. First of all, songs with lyrics. When I'm supposed to read, kill the fucking vibe, and I muted the game so I could focus on reading. That, to me, that was a big mistake by the developer teams. Struggling to get through the day. Thank you for playing. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for making the game. Now I should just go back to the main screen, I think. Here it is. Now, I like the visuals. There was a typo I noticed. I think the themes are very mature, very philosophical. Having said that, I don't think people who are going through a breakup should play this, and I don't think people who are grieving should play this. Other than that, everyone should play this. Now, my issue here with the two main characters, Remy, or whatever her name was, and Isabelle, or Isabella, I can't remember. I mean, I just played it and I can't remember. You have someone that is passionate about their job. It doesn't matter if that job is sex work, if that job is Twitch streaming, if that job is, I don't know, being a doctor, if that job is in a bakery. That job is fundamental to them. And it's just part of what makes them happy. And you either accept this, you accept the person as she is, and agree to date this girl, and respect her career choice fully, or you accept that it goes against whatever dating standards you have, and you just walk away from a romantic situation. That's what people do. That this thing is just incompatibility between two people. And the ending where they're like, oh, but in here, in the dream world, we can still be together and da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, unless this is like a fucking fantasy for, you know, like a fictional dream world of our main character, girl, you need therapy. You need therapy to get over Remy. Like, you are not compatible with her and she's not compatible with you. Like, if you cannot respect someone's career choice, you accept that and look to date someone else. And Remy actually should have broken up with her way before. Maybe, I mean, I don't know when she got this job, but like the moment that look, I do this, or I'm planning on doing this, or I have ambitions towards this career path, either my partner is okay with it or she's not. And it's either my partner is more important to my career, or my career is absolutely fundamental to me and no partner of mine can be against that. You know? So the ending I really have a problem with. At least like the message it just gives or something. Like, just, Isabel, if you're alive, you need I don't know, maybe someone to help you move on. You know, therapy. And if you're dead, you need someone else to just take you off the hotel so you can pass on to the afterlife. Because that's what I think is going on in here. That's the vibe I got. Anyways, this has been Homunculus Hotel, an indie game. I'll leave the link in the description below for those who would like to try it or to even recommend it to their friends. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you soon.